Just like that first losing trade or getting it wrong the first time. You don't want to have that experience. You might as well just do it quickly. Just do it quickly and get it over with. That's why I tell everybody, as soon as you get a live account, flip a quarter, take the first trade based on a whim. Get that loss out of the way. Let the first loss come. That way it's done. The ice is broken. Now it's nothing to fear. It's over. Because you'll sit there and hem and haw and worry about, man, it's my first real trade, man. It's like, you know, what if I have performance anxiety? What if she doesn't really think I measure up? You know, that's the kind of shit that a guy does when they look at this account. They make it sexual. They want to make sure that the market talks about them to their girlfriends tomorrow. No, you're going in there to have a romp. That's it. That's it. You got a stop loss. That's your fucking protection. There's no sexually transmitted disease. It's STD. It's a standard deviation. That's the only thing closest to STD in your trade that's ever going to be there. So don't be worrying about all this shit. You're not taking them home to meet mom. Go in, have a one night stand, a romp. That's it. It's done. Your stop loss is your protection. Your target, that's your orgasm. There it is. Simple as that. Be thankful. Happy ending. Next. It doesn't make you a player. Doesn't make you a dog. Doesn't make you a less than a gentleman. It just means that you are a trader. You're going in there, taking what's yours. That's it. And sometimes you're going to get turned down. It happens, guys. It happens, ladies. You might think that that trade is something that you can take home. And they say, not tonight. And you go home, and it's it. You're by yourself. You don't take any profits home. You go in the club, you drop some money, buy some drinks. Nothing happens. You lost. That's drawdown. Get over it. But guess what happens? Guess what happens the next fucking weekend? You got your girl money in your pocket, and you're going out to that same fucking club doing the same fucking thing. That's your model. Well, why are you looking at trading any different? You get out there, you invest some money, you buy some drinks, you want to have a good time, and the market says, not tonight. Thanks for buying me drinks, though. You're going to go back here to the next trading opportunity at the club. It's a process. It's all it is. It's a process. How you think about it, what you make it in your mind as a deterrent or a boundary or a barrier, you're doing it yourself. It's just numbers. The market's going up, or it's going down, or it's going sideways. That's it. That's all that is happening. But you don't realize what you're doing internally that's preventing you to be able to get to these big runners. What you're scaring yourself with, what you're concerning yourself with, what is the distractions that being an impediment to you doing these types of trades. You know how you discover what they are? Journaling them. Journaling. There's nothing wrong about recording your concerns and saying, I noticed today when I was in the market, I was at this point, at this time, the market has done this or that, and I was concerned, not saying I was scared, I was anxious. No, I was concerned about this, whatever it was that was distracting you, whatever it was that you were worrying about, but you're not saying worry or scared. You're saying you were concerned. Concern is something like a doctor. If you have something wrong with you, you want them to have concern, but they're not coming in. They saw your exercise. Fuck, dude. You are not going to believe this. You got fucking, what, 6 days, maybe 5 days at most, man. What the fuck? I hate to be you. Nobody's going to do that as a doctor. You're going to level that guy or you might even smack that woman, which is probably not the best thing to do, but you're going to be scared shitless. You're going to want to throttle them. Like, what the fuck did you just come here and tell me that for? You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that in your journal. You don't want to be scaring the shit out of yourself. When you refer back to it, you want it to be neutral, without emotion. But you know, by when you say, I was concerned about this, you are saying, a roundabout way, that this was a major issue for you, whether it be anxiety or fear inducing. But you're not recording it that way in your journal. Everything else apart from those events has to be sugar-coated self-fucking love. Yes, it is absolutely verbal masturbation. It's the thing that gets you off when you go back into your journal. You're loving yourself. And there's no reason for you to be ashamed of it. It's not arrogance and pride. It's for you to read. You're not showing it to the world. You're not putting it on the New York's bestseller list. It's just for you to go back and cheerlead yourself when you need it. Because believe me, you're going to fucking need it. And by going through that process, you're completely desensitizing yourself to the outcome. It's irrelevant. If the trade wins or doesn't win, you don't care. You've been here before. You've been to this club. Yeah. I went out this many times over the years or this year. I went to this club. I saw this girl several times, bought her drinks, bought her drinks, bought her drinks. I thought for sure after the fifth time I was going to get it. And then no. So what are you going to do? You're not going to go there and do that again, but you're not going to stop going to that club. You're just not going to go to that lady or that guy. You're not going to give them that attention anymore. You're going to do something different because it's not yielding you the result that you were looking for. You're going through the process, just like going through the process of trying to catch these big runners. You go into one contract, graduate to two contracts, and then you take one contract off and you let that last one run. And if it stops you out, who cares? Your stoppage should be in a position where it's not a loss anyway. And you do this over time and you completely desensitize yourself to getting to the point where you can hope for these longer runs. But you can't do it right out the gate. And anybody that tells you you can with their service, their product, or whatever the fuck they're doing is bullshit. Period. They're selling you a fucking pipe dream. I'm telling you, you can do it. I'm telling you, you can do more than what you think you can do right now, but you can't do it real quick. That's all. I'm just being a realist. I'm being practical. I'm trying to talk to you with the right parameters. So that way you can set yourself up with realistic expectations and then allow yourself the time to get to these thresholds that you're probably not even aware that you can do. Some of you probably don't think you'll ever be able to do a 100 handle run. Some of you are struggling, can't even find a 5 handle. And you're thinking, dude, I can't even find 5 handles consistently 2 times a week. You're talking about 100 handles. And maybe the way I'm talking to you tonight seems like it's this word salad. It doesn't mean anything to you because it feels like it's unobtainable for you. Well, that's okay. That's for right now. I promise you, when I first started doing this shit, November 5th in 1992 at 9 o'clock on a Thursday evening in my Aunt Barb and Uncle Stan's house, I did not know what I know about trading right now or even knew that it was possible to know what I know. So how the fuck could you right now place any limitations on yourself when you just started? If you've been doing it less than 2 years, you're still fucking new. You're brand new. You have no idea what the fuck's going on yet. And why are you placing all of this weight on your shoulders? Nobody would do that. Nobody that is successful would be able to go back in time in a time machine, tell themselves at 2 years in experience, say, what the fuck? You're not doing enough. You should be doing this by now. Nobody would do that. But some of you think that that's what you should be doing to yourself. And that is toxic thinking. It draws you to, if you do that in anything, whether it be personal relationships, exercise, weight loss, whatever, a hobby, something that you're trying to do well at. A perfect example. My eyes aren't the best anymore. I'm older and I've been looking at screens all my life, light sensitivity, and it's just I have a lot of shit going on. So when I go to the range and I shoot, my eye fatigue is way sooner now than it used to be. And I'm getting to that age where I'm an older guy. So I'm really seeing these changes in my body and my ability to do things I used to be able to do when I was a younger man. It's a little bit unsettling for me. I took it, as, well, I'll be able to do this. Now I'm not able to do it as well. If you tear yourself down and talk about how, oh, fuck, I can't do this anymore. This is miserable. I'm a failure. I'm this, and that, the other thing. What's it going to do for you? That's not going to make you better. And it doesn't make you macho to, say that, oh, you're being a pussy when you talk to yourself. Yeah, that doesn't make you macho. It doesn't make you more stronger. What it really does is it's beating down your subconscious, and your subconscious is what manifests through your emotions and your psychological response to stress. Yeah. So when you're out there and you're beating your chest and saying, oh, I'm a pussy, I just got to learn how to hold these trades longer, or I don't know why I can't hold these trades anymore. It's just, it just does not. You are literally charging your subconscious with so much underlying anxiety that it will always be there at that time when you feel uncomfortable about doing the very thing that you think you want to do, or say out loud you want to do it, or tell other people, this is my goal. I want to be a 100 handle trader. I want to get these trades and make $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 months. Okay, that's a dream when you say it. It's a goal when you go through a process of working towards it and limiting your focus and keeping bullshit from getting in. That it's not a dream anymore. It's a goal. And it's an accomplishment when you go through that process of taking a dream, turning it into a goal, and putting the work behind it and filtering out all the bullshit. That's how people get there. But not pressing into that uncomfortable period with a process of being able to weigh out what it is that they have to do modularly, incrementally, holding on for a little bit longer on the next trade. And when you feel uncomfortable, stop it, close the trade. You're getting out in profit. Why? What is the problem? Did you make whatever you're making in that trade yesterday? Probably not. So are you doing, improvement? Yes. Are you profitable? Yes. Are you adding to your bottom line for the month and the week and that day? Yes. Where the fuck is the shortcoming here? But in your mind, you're thinking it's not enough. It's not enough. It's the same thing, ladies, that every man thinks. Every man thinks this before they lay down with you. Yes, we're talking in crude terms right now, but that's the reality. That's the reality. Men always do this to themselves. They always do it. Man, what am I going to be like to her? We lay down together. Am I going to measure up? That's what men do all the time. All the time. And ladies don't do that in their trading. They're not looking at this and thinking, well, am I going to be able to pull this trick off like I did on that last guy I was with? No, you're not doing that. It's money. It means something to you. Men, we think with our dicks. Everything's about measurement. Who can do it longer, last longer, who's longer. That has nothing to do with fucking trading. That has nothing to do with the markets, but that's what you're thinking. And if you're not thinking about it right then and there, you're thinking, when I get this payout, I'm going to be going out to this. I'm going to be trying to get this girl. Yeah. You're trading because you want to get screwed. And you're rushing to get to that because you think that money is going to make you attractive. It's going to make you more significant. So therefore, the honeys are going to be wanting to warm up to you. And maybe they will. But do you really want one that does that? All the perspective is fucking skewed in this industry with younger men. They don't know what they're doing. They're running around doing stupid shit, rushing to get money for all the wrong reasons. I don't know who needed to hear that, but there it is. But anyway, I tried to close this a little bit ago, and I'm quite certain I'm in the doghouse when I get out of here because it's 10 after 10. I didn't get to knock on the door, so that means I'm in trouble. I am in some serious fucking trouble. So I'll probably have to get some marriage counseling after this one. I knew you was going to go up there and stay up. You told me it was going to be, I know. But she knows in November this shit stops, so it doesn't mean I won't hear it. But anyway, I'm going to close it here. So you've had 2 hours and 10 minutes with me tonight. And I probably wasted some of your time. You know what? You'll be better for it. Even if you think it was a waste of time. You heard something tonight that it's going to come up later on when it's needed. And even if you think about it again, think about how it is applicable to you. You never need to come back and say you was right. I don't care about being right. But somebody that's listening needed to hear this tonight. Somebody needed to hear these things. Okay. And maybe if you didn't need to hear it and you've overcome it, maybe it was fun to hear how it used to be for you and how you don't have to feel that way anymore. Or maybe you know somebody that's going through it and you've gone through it and they're in the audience with you right now. Okay. And you're listening to an old guy that's been there before and fumbled my way through it and found my way on the other side of it. It's practical information, but you know, nobody at the time going through it thinks like this. They think there's going to be some easy fix, some 1, 2, 3 operation or something in the trading charts or something that can fix it for them. It's not. It's between your ears. Everything about trading is between your ears. That 7-pound universe that we call our brain. It's a wonderful organ. God has been so gracious to give us such a supercharged computer. You can do so many processes. We're so fast, infinitely faster than anything we can create. I don't give a fuck who says otherwise. We have a personality, we have a spirit, we have a part of us that we bring into trading. And all of those things are going to have a major impact, and they can be positive. But unfortunately, in the beginning, most of it's the negative. You're coming in here with needs. I need to make more money. I need to be able to pay my bills. I need to be able to be more profitable so that way I can live in a better house. So that way I can have a better relationship because I don't live well enough to get the type of lady or male friend that I would like to have. I'm doing this because I'm lonely. I don't need to be with somebody else right now because you're hurting. And this is going to be compensation for that. It's not. You're still going to be lonely. Lots of money doesn't make you not lonely anymore. In fact, I could imagine that would be worse, having lots of money and still being lonely. So money doesn't fix that. Being successful as a trader doesn't fix those things. They're outside external things that you have to work out outside of trading. Don't come into trading with trading and profitability fixing them things because it doesn't. It doesn't fix an abusive relationship. It won't make you able to deal with it better. If you're in a toxic relationship, get the fuck out of it. Simple. Hard, but simple. You don't feel appreciated with who you're with right now. You can't do it. You can't leave them. You got to be codependent. That's your circumstance. I get it. Do what you have to do to improve and build yourself up and make it available for you to be able to leave on your own terms and not need them. And maybe, they could see the errors of their ways and maybe you could be forgiving to them and get back. And when you can show them that you don't need to be codependent with them and they'll be more appreciative or she'll be more appreciative of you and maybe they have that same toxic level again or break free of it and then live with someone that really respects you. And that way you can have a very fruitful life. Really just living. Some of you right now think that you might be living. You just need more money. That might be true. And a terrible thing might happen where you start making a lot of money and your comfortable, successful personal life is made toxic because of the money. You don't know what your spouse or your friend that you're in with in terms of relationship is going to feel when you start making lots of money. It might become a point of division. These are all things that you don't even know yet. And I'm not trying to create anxiety for you, but what you think you're getting into this for and how it's going to be, you don't know. Like you don't know. So you have to keep all those things in the back seat. Just keep driving forward. Keep your eyes on the windshield, not the rearview mirror. The bigger perspective is the windshield. You got to monitor where you're going. Keep the hazards in front of you identified so that way you can navigate. And the things behind you, that rear view mirror, that's the reason why it's so small, because they're insignificant. You've already experienced that. You don't have to relive those experiences. You don't have to go down that road anymore. Once you cross this bridge of going through the processes of finding out who you are and how you're going to fuck yourself up in trading, that's the most important thing. It's not how to get into a trade. It's not what time frame to trade. It's not what ICT model or what program to follow or what mentor to follow. It's how you going to mess yourself up. How is it that you're going to do it? Because all of us do it. There has never been a trader that walked out into this industry and didn't bring some kind of baggage or bullshit that caused them some kind of blown account, failure, struggling point. Everybody, we're all human. We all bring that stuff into this. And you don't know what it's going to be for you. Some of you probably do, but you're going to discover it's more shit than just that. If you're unorganized, impulsive, you're going to know about it because that's how your trading is going to be. I don't journal because you're disorganized. I don't know when to take a trade. I'm impatient. That means you're not following a rule-based idea. I tell you when to focus on the trades. It's inside of a 60-minute window. It's an obvious formation in price, reaching for a pool of liquidity above or below. What are you wrestling with still? What time frame? You start with the 5-minute. If you can't see it on the 5-minute, drop down to the 4. You can't see it on the 4-minute, drop down to the 3. You can't see it on the 3-minute, drop down to a 2, then 1. And if you have access to a seconds chart, drop down to a 30-second. But anything less than that, I wouldn't touch it. You don't have the experience for it. Or if you can't see it on a 1-minute, don't do anything. Wait for the next session. But ICT, but shit, you're already showing that you can't follow rules. There's your problem. You want every session, every day trading. I'm not promising you that. Not in the beginning, I can't, because I know that you're not going to have the experience. Man, somebody needs to hear this shit tonight. I can't get off this live session. I'm already in this, the doghouse on my soul. Earn more of it, right? Nah, I've covered everything I want to cover tonight. So hopefully you got something out of this tonight. If you did, let me know on Twitter. Give me a heads up. Say thanks. Or if it was bullshit, just say it's bullshit. I'll mute you. I promise I won't block you. I'll mute you though. I ain't got time for the toxicity. But if it was helpful to you, I appreciate it. Just let me know. And until I talk to you next time, enjoy your weekend. Be safe.